What's up? Oh fuck! I don't even know what I was saying there.
Now I'm keeping it in. What's yup? That's a new opening segment to this.
What's up, ladies, gentlemen, everyone? Welcome back to another part of the NBA Top Shot series on the Bunkbed channel. It's a brand new series. This one's going to be a short version. We had a long episode on the weekend. I think we're going to mostly use this to just, talk about some updates and what's going on in the market. Noah gave you guys the picks from last time. We'll give you an update on that. And then, as we go on throughout the week, like I'm on this shit like every single day. So as I notice like cool trends or big transactions, stuff like that, we'll kind of cover that as well. But I guess first off, I mean, is there an intro for this? No?
Yeah, it's the NBA Top Shot timeout logo.
All right, lit, love that. We talked about this. All right, so that's let's hit the intro real quick.
Boy, what is it you want to do when you grow up?
Grant on the draw and just erupts over the top of Ben.
All right, so the updates on players, we recorded Sunday, and it's Monday when we're recording right now. So not to be like a complete cop-out, but there really hasn't been too much in the NBA. Like Russell Westbrook had a ridiculous game against the Nets, against his former teammate Kevin Durant. I haven't looked at his prices, but I'm only assuming they went wild. Bradley Beal, I'm sure, also had a pretty wild rise because I don't understand why the guy's averaging 35 points a game. Him putting up like 38, 39 isn't going to move the needle too much. But I think a more important thing to talk about and something that we can look at in the future and see if it works out is NBA All-Star Weekend is rapidly approaching. I believe it's February 13th that the weekend starts. And I believe they start with like the celebrity game. Then they do the skills challenges and the 3-point contest and the dunk contest, then the actual All-Star game. And I'm not so sure if one of these guys or many people are thinking about this because one, like the names haven't been released, and two, because I'm not so sure Top Shot was even like a thing last year where, the dunk contest had a big pull in terms of changing people's values. But I think a place where you could make money is on these younger guys who are going to maybe be in the dunk contest and investing in them. And if they win or they do like a crazy dunk, obviously the moment from the dunk contest won't be the moment that you're investing in right now. But I think the hype that'll build around these type of players will translate into them raising in value. So like a guy like Derrick Jones Jr., who had a ridiculous dunk contest, kind of came out of nowhere and got brought up to be in that dunk contest. And now he's kind of a staple of the Trailblazers rotation. Glenn Robinson won the dunk contest. He was an absolutely nobody. They brought him up to be in that dunk contest. And then he had a little bit of a role on a mediocre Indiana Pacers team. So I think a few guys looking at these past two draft classes. So they will have rookie cards, series 1 from the 2019 draft class, series 2 from this draft class. Obviously, this is kind of risky because we don't know who is in the dunk contest yet. But if you want to take your shot, I'm sure some of you guys, if you're like super tapped into the NBA, know who like good dunkers are. Like a guy like Anthony Edwards, the number 1 overall pick this year, isn't really all too good, but he's on a Minnesota Timberwolves team that is garbage. He is probably going to want to, make his or shine a little bit by being in the dunk contest, and his value for a series 2, a rookie card, I think he's hovering around $200. I just haven't looked too much because I've looked at like Halliburton and LaMelo Ball, who have much better chances of winning Rookie of the Year. But if he goes out there, enters the dunk contest and wins, I could see his value rising. I could also see a guy like Kevin Porter Jr., who is not even like in the league right now, but he's on the Houston Rockets. They could just bring him up for All-Star Weekend and have him dunk like crazy. He was the 30th pick in last year's draft. And one of his moments is literally one of the best moments I've seen on NBA Top Shot. He does like a fully extended windmill dunk. If he wins the dunk contest and the Rockets bring him up and you can go back to that moment and see how good of a dunker he is, I think that's another guy you can kind of invest in. Like his price right now is super high for a guy who's in the fucking G League. So kind of like Lonzo Ball, where their value is maintaining despite them not being a good player. I think that the upside is there and the safety is there because they are keeping this value despite not doing anything for them. There's also a few other guys in this 2020 class. I forgot. I had another guy on there that, there's a guy out of Arizona. He's on the Dallas Mavericks named Josh Green. He's also like, I think he was born in Australia. So if he enters the dunk contest and he wins, having his rookie card and having like an international market, if he wins the dunk contest and he's from Australia, born there, people in Australia are going to want to invest in his card. Plus his moments, like an actually cool moment where he's dunking as well. So just looking into these potential guys who have a chance to hit, and the fact that none of the guys I named are like having good seasons at all, or even like a Jarrett Culver in Minnesota, the fact that they're maintaining value despite having pretty shitty seasons or like not even playing at all, and their moments that you can invest in are actually pretty cool. Like the Culver moment is him posterizing somebody. The Kevin Porter Jr. one is him doing a windmill. The other guys I named also have like pretty cool moments. Josh Green's having a cool one. I just think that's a nice arbitrage play with high upside and low downside. As far as the All-Star game goes, like most of those guys, we know who All-Stars are, and their prices probably won't change because of an All-Star game. But I also think like a 3-point contest, if some random rookie goes in there and lights it up, like Aaron Nesmith isn't playing enough to be able to go into the 3-point contest, and he's not going to be deserving of that. But somebody like that who's not doing too well in the NBA right now gets into the 3-point contest and wins it with a ridiculous score, I could see their value rising as well.
Yeah, I think you mentioned a lot of interesting names there, and this is a I think it's a bit of a volume game, man. You guys honestly you just got to get in there and start playing around and like start tracking some of these prices to see like what is happening, because you're gonna see like a lot of movement. I think surprisingly, you brought up Russell Westbrook. Not much movement for Russell Westbrook, actually. So not much movement on his cards and moments, but part of it might be because most of his moments are still from the Rockets. But yeah, not much movements in the high end for him. I think one thing I did want to cover though is looking at population. So population is like, for those who don't know, there'll be like a moment, right? And it'll be like there are 299 of these made total. So that means that in the out there in the ether in the world, there's only 299 of them made, and there will be no more made after that. So that's what creates the scarcity value. But what you'll see is like the same moment. So let's say that it's a dunk. That same dunk can be put into multiple different series, right? So a good example of that is Bam. So Bam plays for the Heat. He has one of his first moments is a block. And it's a pretty beautiful block, but you'll see that block in multiple series. So for example, it's in the Hollow Max, Hollow MMXX Legendary 50 population series, right? It's also in the Metallic Gold Limited Edition Series 1, that's 300 population. And then it's also in the Block/Denied series, and it's the exact same moment. And in that Block Denied series, the population is 250. In the Rare Metallic series, the population is 299. So there's actually less population for the Denied series than there is for the Metallic Gold series. But the Denied series is going for almost $400 less at 624 versus the Metallic Gold series going for 1,000, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because scarcity value implies that it's less. My theory right now and Noah's theory is, one, like people just care about how the cards look, and to be honest with you, the Metallic Gold series looks pretty slick. It's like a black and gold with like a red box. It's actually the series that I typically target in the middle range for a lot of the players that I buy. But and then the other part of it is, I think the Denied series, it's like it comes out of like the guaranteed like packs. So
Yeah,
like
it's a promo. So right now,
yeah.
if you guys go and you look at, it's called Cool Cats. That's the promo they're running right now. Every Cool Cats pack is guaranteed to have like one of 4 or 5 Cool Cats players. I wasn't around when the Denied series was around, but basically, if you bought that pack, you were guaranteed like a 25% chance at Bam and then a 75% chance at one of the other guys. So I think, Mike can explain it better than me, but although it's more scarce because of the population, I think right now there is a higher population of these actually realized and on the market because those packs sold out, which means all 250 of them have been realized. All 250 of those Bam Adebayos can realistically be listed. There could be 250 on the market. Obviously, like some accounts may be dead. Some people may have a pack in their account that didn't open it that has a Bam Adebayo in it. So let's say that there's like 200 realistic like Bam Adebayos that can be on the market right now. Whereas the rare metallic Bam Adebayo, you can get those in those regular packs. I'm pretty sure you could have gotten like a denied one as well if you had like fucking crazy luck. But although it's $299, Series 2 is still going on. And the chances that all 299 of a rare card and like one specific moment like Bam, the chances that all of them have been realized, all of them have been opened, and all of them are in somebody's collection right now are extremely low because all these promos, they sell out. The Cool Cats, they're selling out. You try to buy them, it tells you no. All these, the Cool Cats are all open. all the denied series have already been realized. Whereas a rare Bam Adebayo, you can still open and still get them. So not all 299 are on the market. And I think what Mike is about to say, and I think it makes sense too, is in the long run, which we're kind of in that long run game, the prices will start to converge, and it's a smarter play to invest in that denied series. Although it's not as aesthetic because it has like block letters and looks a bit cheesy, I think that people will start to realize once all those rares are on the market or have the potential to be on the market, there's no reason to pay, 400, 500, 600 bucks more for the same exact moment that is less scarce.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Right now there's so many inefficiencies in the market, and to be honest with you, like I'm not like an avid NBA scout, right? Like I don't know the players as well as Noah. Like all of the gains that I've been making is just playing within tiers of like the same moment or the same player, where I think there's like drastic price inefficiencies, and for the most part, it's all like worked out for me. In terms of like being able to flip those guys later on. So it's really it's two pronged, right? Like similar to Dynasty and fantasy football. I always talk about it. You spend, a lot of people spend like 90% of the time on player evals, but not enough time on like process and strategy and game theory. Similar thing here. I think a lot of people are spending all their time being like, which players are good, right? And that's what Noah brings to the table. And then what I'm spending most of my time on is like, how do I game the market? Like, where are there inefficiencies? Where are there arbitrages? Where can I invest? Where like I think there are significant market inefficiencies, discrepancies to kind of realize that edge. And you watch the show and you watch the segment, so thanks for tuning in. But that's what you're gonna get from us. You're gonna get that from Noah. You're gonna get that from me. And together, hopefully, with both of us there, it's going to make you a smart and a smart investor in this space, and hopefully get you mad gains down the line as well, along with us. So that's the hope. I think that's all we had for you guys.
Yeah, I just want to ask a quick question, like something actionable. From your point of view, would you invest in a Bam Adebayo, the denied series right now, seeing as the discrepancy between those prices?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide on it. I mean, I might even just pick up both because I think there's a pricing discrepancy in both. Like I think both can go up. So like just in case the denied series isn't as popular, I think that I'll probably go. I think I'm like almost guaranteed. Actually, I'm about to do it right now. I'm about to get the Bam Adebayo metallic gold series, and I'll tell you why. Like it kind of goes back to what I said yesterday. Like you want the moments that have a legendary, a rare, and a common. You don't want the ones that just have like a common or the ones that just have like a promo. Because
Unless it's like a rookie card, like LaMelo only has a common, like that one you invest in, but like other guys who are more veterans, yeah, you definitely want the ones that
yeah,
have.
you want those ones because like when the big guys move on the higher end prices, it's gonna cause movements on cascading down because people are gonna see that big move. Like, wow, someone just paid $8,000 for Bam Adebayo like Holo MXX like legendary card. I can't afford that, but like I want in on that action, and it's naturally gonna tear down and drive up demand on the rare cards, and that's literally how I've made like all of my money is
Mhm.
looking at those types of price movements and finding inefficiencies. So like, yeah, actually, as we talk right now, I'm about to buy the lowest ask, which is
And
$1,000
that
on a
is a
Bam
series one, right?
Adebayo. Yeah, and it's a series one, so I'm
So
about to
from my
actually put
point of
that.
view, not looking at like the market point of view, but just like as a player, as a prospect, and as a moment, in that moment, he has like, as Mike said, it was a great block. It was against a guy named DeAndre Hunter, who is in his second year right now out of Virginia, having a very good season. 5 years down the line, that could be like looking at Anthony Davis blocking, not to this extent, but like a LeBron James. You look back, it's like, oh, but when both these guys were young, when they were a little bit more undiscovered, like Bam Adebayo made it to the NBA championship this past year. But looking back, like the first edition of his card, blocking a potentially like really good NBA player in the highlight itself being good. Like you may think that with more Bam Adebayo highlights coming out, it's going to lower the price of these. But at the same time, it's like the first edition of a Bam card. It's a series one. It's like one of the first cards he's ever had. And it's probably one of the better highlights that he's had in his career against
Yeah,
a good team. And it was a cool moment within itself. So I think the safety is there. And as you're saying, with the fact that it has multiple levels in terms of rarity and that cascading effect, where if the legendary goes crazy, the rare is going to go crazy as well. I think the convergence of like our skill sets when it comes to scouting this type of things just goes to show that Bam Adebayo, this card specifically, might be a very good investment for you guys. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you to spend 400 or like 1,000 for the rare if you don't have that type of money to do so. Don't if you can't afford to do it. But in both of our opinions, I think it's a pretty solid investment in
yeah,
terms of long-term play or even a short-term play if this team does make another run in the
yeah,
playoffs. And he's still a super young player on a great team, a great coach team, and he definitely has longevity in this league.
yeah. I can't actually buy it because the site's undergoing maintenance again. Fucking
Classic.
bullshit. So I'm gonna have to wait for it to come maintenance. But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna buy that card. Hopefully by the time this is released, I would have already bought it, so you guys didn't fucking steal the price from underneath me. But if it didn't, congratulations, and you're welcome for the free info. And if you can't afford the higher end one, the common one of that same block is 185. And this is one of those unique cases where like most commons have like 3,000 population, 3,000 to 4,000. The Bam Adebayo one only has a 1431. So very similar to Jalen Brown, and it's like what we said before, like there's a certain number of population out there, but like they weren't open, and those packs are basically just like dead. So there are no more coming out. It's got the limited edition. The count is final, so 1431. Look for those types of ones where it's like unique. I might actually just get all three, to be honest with you. After we get off this call, or whenever the fuck the maintenance is over, I might just slap all three into my new portfolio. And I was gonna get the Bam Adebayo one yesterday, but I ended up getting the Jalen Brown and all the stuff instead. I didn't want to spend fucking $6,000 on freaking NBA moments yesterday. So, but yeah, that's all we got for you guys this time, for real. Hopefully you guys stick around. Hopefully you guys enjoy the series. If you like it, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know what you don't like. Let us know what you want to see, right? Like, this is a new series for us, it's new content for us. So we're just kind of exploring and testing the waters. And I'm sure we'll kind of get better and better as we go. So hopefully, provide that feedback. We're always open to it. All right. That's all we got for you guys. Peace out.